Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Closing Comments here on October 13th. Let's jump right into our charts and see what we kicked off week 41. First up, we got our December live cattle on the board. Bulls jumped out to a nice strong start once again as they carried last week's momentum into today's session. Bulls hit the ground running there, getting early bids above 242.82, opened the door to new all-time highs, printing at 245.12 late in the day. Nice strong finish here above this prior swing high from the 27th of August. From here, it should be pretty smooth sailing once again for the Bulls as we are heading into uncharted territory with no overhead resistance at the moment. Look for the Bulls to keep on grinding and carrying this big picture uptrend higher. Should be pretty smooth sailing up into the 250s here throughout the rest of the week. Look for the Bulls to keep on pushing higher. Just need to keep this market held here above this bull pivot throughout the rest of the week, and should be pretty smooth sailing for the Bulls. 2026 contract months, all printing new all-time highs as well, continuing to show strength out into next year as well. Pretty smooth sailing here for the Bulls. Look for the upside to continue. Next up, November feeders on the board. We did see this market jump out to a nice strong start, printing new all-time highs off that opening range there at 378.45. However, throughout the rest of the day, we did see this market kind of settle down and balance out throughout the rest of the day, finishing basically unchanged. Nice balance here. Nice balance day here today. Digesting last week's move, we did see this market pick up a little over $20 last week, and so this market is kind of stalling out here at the moment. It's probably just taking a little bit of a breather here as this market is digesting this big move that we had last week. Still have this big picture uptrend intact. Still expect to see the Bulls keep on pushing up. Just might need to take a little bit of a breather here early this week, but any bids here above 376.75 should have pretty smooth sailing for the Bulls up into more new all-time highs as this feeder market is going to start targeting that $4 mark. Look for these feeders to continue grinding into new all-time highs. Once again, uncharted territory with no resistance above. Should be smooth sailing here for the Bulls and more upside in this cattle market. More strength out here in these late spring, early summer 2026 contract months. Looking like there's more strength out there in this feeder market in those back months here today. But we should see this November contract keep on grinding as well. Top down, live cattle, feeder cattle, it's all looking good and strong. Should see higher prices continue here into the fall and into year. Next up, December corn futures, continuing with the downside from last Friday. We did see early breakdown here below that prior Friday's low and our bear pivot here at 412. Getting a nice strong close down there near the low of the day. Looking like the bears are rolling. We should see this market continue to just keep drifting lower down here towards the $4 mark and potentially new contract lows. Now that we're trading back down here below this 415 to 430 range, as long as we're trading below it, should be a new downtrend here to carry on this summer's downside. Look for the bears to keep on pushing and finish this what they started here throughout the summer. Should be pretty smooth sailing lower for the bears in this corn market. Look for lower prices here into the fall. Next up, we got our crude oil market seeing a little bit of a bounce back here today following the little bit of a walk back that we saw this weekend about that tariff talk. Big breakdown there on Friday that was really already had some downside underway. However, it was really fueled with that tariff talk that happened early Friday, seeing those lows finishing down there at 58.22. Today's action opening up a little bit higher and pushing back up towards this $59 mark. Just a little bit of a rebound here, kind of cleaning up some of the excessive selling pressure that we saw on Friday. A little bit of a rebound here, but don't expect to see much upside continue from here. Any push up here into the 60s should be met with more resistance. This big picture downtrend should be rolling here as long as we're trading below 61.5. This is just a little bit of a digestive move here with this inside day here today, but look for any bids below today's low at 59 to keep grinding lower and see the bears keep on pushing this market back down into the 50s. And last but not least, our equity markets rebounding here as well. Nice upside today and good bounce here off that Sunday futures open. We did see this pushback here towards this 20-day moving average, and after last week closed below the 50. Nice little rebound here, trading above 6,600 bull pivot, and as long as we get bids above today's high at 67.11, should be pretty smooth sailing back there towards those all-time highs in these equity indexes. Look for this market to keep on grinding. As long as there's no more tariff tweets, should be pretty smooth sailing here as we still have a very strong and healthy environment for stocks. We should see the upside continue into the end of the year as long as we can maintain this market above 6,600 and our 50-day moving average. Should be pretty smooth sailing here, and look for this market to keep on grinding here with more bids above that 20-day average and today's high. Look over here at these other indexes as well. Nasdaq getting a nice strong close above that 20, recapturing about a little over 50% of Friday's losses. Looking like this upside going to continue. And the Dow as well, bouncing back here today, getting a nice strong push up there towards Friday's open. Looking like each of these indexes should just kind of keep on grinding back towards those all-time highs as long as there's no more new tariff talk. Should be pretty good news here for the equity markets, and this market still remains very strong and healthy, so look for the upside to continue. That's all we got for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you guys tomorrow.